It might surprise you to learn that certain things would actually supersede your last will and testament or even your living trust. And those things actually depend on the title ownership of the asset in question. So, a will or a trust that get funded at death is only going to cover the assets that are actually owned by your estate or by the trust. So if you own something, let's say jointly with another individual, and that account had automatic survivorship rights, then that surviving individual is going to own that account when you're gone. So if there's a joint checking account and it's you and a child are both owners, once you pass on, that just becomes theirs outright. It won't be a matter of your wishes in a will or in a trust. It will just happen automatically at your death. That same principle applies to things like a life insurance policy that has a living beneficiary written right on that policy itself. When you pass on, that's who gets the death benefit. And again, it won't be something that anyone refers to your will or your trust. Same thing with an IRA or a brokerage account that has a TOD or transfer on death beneficiary. That's who's going to receive that because that's the contract that you signed during your lifetime. There are sometimes exceptions when there's a divorce. So, if an individual named their spouse and then later got divorced on certain financial instruments, then Florida law may kick in to sever that and treat that divorced spouse essentially as predeceasing. There's nuances to that law, and it really depends on which law actually applies. So, you don't want to count on that. Your best practice is to go through all of your assets, see how they're titled, who owns them, are there co-owners? If so, are there survivorship rights? And then as a fallback, is there a payable on death or transfer on death beneficiary? And if there is, then are these the people that you want? Or do you need to make some changes along those lines? So if you have questions about beneficiary designations or anything having to do with estate planning, feel free to let us know and we'll see if we can help.